Hi, and welcome to this video about the listing agreement. My name is Doc Denton, and my wife, Tracy, and I are both realtors in Chattanooga, Tennessee. You've selected the right agent for you. Hopefully, that's us. Now what? Now it's time to determine the following. What will stay with the property? What will not? What should my list price be? How long should I list for? How much will your services cost? Can you cancel your agreement if you're not happy? Let's dive further into each topic. What will stay with the property? This is usually simple to determine. If it's attached to the house, it stays with the house. Light fixtures, bathroom mirrors, appliances, etc. If your grandmother gave you that 200-year-old chandelier hanging in the dining room and you plan to take it with you, it needs to be replaced before your house is listed. The refrigerator is an item that can either be removed or left with the next homeowner. It's one of those negotiated items. Other items to consider are swing sets, outbuildings, and garage shelves, just to name a few. Now, where should I list my house? What price? This is sometimes really easy answer, and sometimes it can be somewhat of a challenge. Ultimately, you can list your house for any price you wish to ask for. The flip side to this is the market will tell you if it's right or wrong, and they will only pay what they think it's worth. Our job is to find a price that's a happy medium. In a perfect world, your home would be just like every other home on your street, and both homes on either side of you and directly across the street were the same size, the same bedroom count as yours, and just all happened to have sold in the past 30 days for top dollar. Your value would be the average of all three of those sales. But let's be more realistic, because that's never going to happen. What we do is a comparative market analysis, or a CMA, and look at your immediate neighborhood first and foremost for the most recent sales history. We try to use homes that are the most like yours to determine an approximate price range. Say if you're a one-story house, we try to find one-story houses. If you're a two-story house, we try to find two-story houses with the same bedroom count, the same bathroom count, the same square footage, the amount of garage doors, things like that. If there are not enough comparables, then we will work out from a distance to ascertain a more accurate value. Now, how long should I list my home for? Ideally, you're listing your home to sell and not just for fun, right? I say that because your home could sell quickly, and oftentimes it will, but in some cases it might take some time to sell that unique home or one that might be in an isolated area. Now, even homes in popular neighborhoods that are a little bit more nicer than their other surrounding homes might take a little bit longer to find that perfect buyer. Be patient. Try not to get discouraged if some days pass without an offer. Have faith that every home has a buyer. I mean, you bought your house, so someone else will too. Now, most listings run 6 months or longer. This gives us a chance to really put in a marketing plan long term without the fear of losing the listing if it doesn't sell really quickly. How much does it cost to retain services? That's a great question and straight to the point. Now, realtors handle so much in the negotiating and legal forms, setting up and managing showings and open houses, as well as advertising and marketing. Services are negotiable and can range from 4% to 10%. Let's use an example of 6%. Here's what most people have the misconception that realtors are just rolling in the dough. That first cut of that 6%, well, 3% off the top goes to the agent who brings the buyer. Most of the remaining 3%, let's say 1% goes to the brokerage, 1% goes to marketing and servicing the listing, and 1%, well, it's what we live on and get paid for our time working to sell. We will discuss in detail what we will do for you when we get together. Now, can you cancel your listing if you're not happy? Ouch. That's a huge one. to make sure you have in place. With any of our listings, if you are not happy for whatever reason, you can cancel with a 7-day notice. Now be wary of agents who have a non-cancellation or even an automatic renewal clause in place. Listen, we get that we might not see eye to eye on things, and for that matter, feel the need to part ways, and you should have the freedom to do so. What if you hired Agent X because he promised you the moon and the stars, only to find out that he didn't answer his phone, didn't return any of your calls and messages, and is not doing any marketing? He's really just too busy to hold open houses, doesn't follow up with showings. Would you want to stay in the marriage with him? I think not. Make sure you have an understanding how the contract works. It is a bilateral contract, which means both parties have to agree to enter it and both have to agree to exit it as well. Now, we add new content regularly, so please don't forget to hit the subscribe button.